With the legacy of the Mantis up in the air, you slip into the armor, becoming a cosmic vigilante. With a flip of the switch, you surface your new legacy and reveal the Razorleaf to daylight once more. You pop a squat in the cockpit, stick your cup of tea in a cup holder, and start the launch sequence. Piloting this little monster provides much more entertainment than the Frontier, but you find there's something still missing.
Hello?
Well, I'm going to show you how to rebuild this ship, and together, we'll turn it into the legend it always should have been. We'll look at a whole range of tips and tricks, and how to go from this to this.
Yes!
Before we begin the tale of the new Mantis, let me tell you about the voucher code giveaway we're doing for all our subscribers. We're giving away game voucher codes for Xbox and Steam, so make sure you stick around until the end of the video for the details. Now, whether you're mid-game, still unraveling the secrets of the Starfield universe, or end-game, about to start a new journey, I've got 2 different ships for both occasions. With precision, I've brought together top-tier components, shaping a starship that commands attention as one of the most striking vessels among the stars. This tutorial is your gateway to uncovering the secrets behind this masterpiece. I'll not only guide you through the customization process to align it with your needs, but also provide tips to unleash its full potential. For your convenience, I've added timestamps to effortlessly navigate this tutorial, and I'm going to try a faster approach to the build guide, so let me know in the comments how smoothly you followed along. Now, to max out this build, we're integrating the cutting-edge 10.4DS reactor. Providing a staggering 39 pips of power, it rivals even the top C-class reactors while being half the size, resulting in a lighter, more agile ship. Now, I'll go over this reactor in more detail later in the build. This reactor empowers us to push shields and engines to their max, with ample power remaining for 2 fully charged weapons, and running them without a third weapon system means you can focus on the battle at hand without constant power pip adjustments. Utilising 4 PB-175s and 2 CE-29 missile launchers allows for continuous fire without the need to recharge. And as they damage shield and hull, you can offer a relentless offence, throwing everything you have at them without the need to move power between weapon systems. Paired with the dynamic SA-4330 engines, this ship exudes authority, reaching high speeds and striking fear into every pirate. Thanks to the Razorleaf special ability, some pirates flee at the mere sight of you, and with the RD-3000 grav drive and 2 500-ton helium-3 tanks, you can hunt them down in every corner of the universe. More than just a lean, mean fighting machine, this ship is a fashion statement, and you can elevate its capabilities further by enhancing your skills. Upgrading shields, engines, aerodynamics, particle beams, and ballistics will give your ship superpowers, effectively unlocking God mode. On top of that, you can go into your science skills and rank up your neutronic fusion. Ranking this up to 4 will give you 5 extra power pips. Experience a max shield strength of 1450 with a Vanguard Bulwark shield, significantly boosted engine speed, and increased damage output. You'll be unstoppable piloting this ship. Now, let's construct this B-class fighter, and later I'll guide you through converting it into a C-class build with all the bells and whistles. To start, you'll need to find a cozy planet, build an outpost, and construct a landing bay with a builder. Here you can assemble most of your new ship, and then we can head over to Red Mile for the specialist parts. A lot of you seem to want the build list, so pause now if you do. If you aren't ranked enough for certain parts, then you can swap them out for stuff you have unlocked and change them out as you progress through the game. You can use a lower level reactor, delete the missile launchers, and still have a super powerful ship to kickstart your game. So we're going to be starting with the Deimos 120 LD landing bay, then we put a Deimos belly onto the back, a Deimos armory above that, and then we stick a Hope-Tech nose B on the back. Then we can just put a Deimos companionway in front, and I like to put a porthole just on the front there. Then we can add the Nova weapon mount onto a Deimos live-in quarters, followed by a bracer and Hope-Tech end pipes, a Teo cowling above that, and then a Stroud control station. Now we're going to do a quick drop down glitch, so we need to get a companionway just above that. Then we can get our Viking CP220 cockpit, stick that onto the hat. Now once we get rid of the companionway, we can select this cockpit again, it'll drop straight down. Now we want these 2 Stroud Capes on the back. Then we can add 4 SA-4330 engines and put 2 Stroud Capes on the bottom. Then we have 3 Aculander 11s and a Stroud Cape on the end on both sides. Then we want a Galleon S204 on one side, followed by 2 bracers, a Teo spine and a Nova cowling on the end. They need to be level 60 for the 10.4DS reactor, have a pilot in rank 3 and Starship design rank 4, but this is a brilliant reactor and it just goes behind the first engine. If you don't have this reactor, don't worry, just use what you got. Then we need 2 bracers in front of that. The grav drive goes the other side. Now this one is level 33 requirement, Starship design rank 2. Then we're going to add 3 Nova bracers in an L on the end of the ship like this. Attach 2 Deimos wings to the sides. Then once we get rid of the top bracer, we can drop the wings down. Now we need to stack 2 bracers either side. They're going to go on the side of the bracers before the spine. Then we can grab our radiators and stick them on the sides of there. And I'm going to pop these bracers back to avoid confusion. Now we're just going to pop a bracer on top of that and pop a bracer in front of that on top of the radiator on both sides. Then we're just going to move the bracers back behind. And these bracers will just drop straight down into place. Now we're just going to add 2 portholes to the sides of these front forks. That just locks the wings into place. Then we can take our cargo, shielded or not, up to you, put it here. Then we're going to put 2 Deimos wings either side of the cockpit, a bracer on top of the hab. Then we can add these Nova cowlings to the side of the bracer, and with the bracer deleted we can drop these cowlings down into place. Now once again we're going to put a Nova bracer on top and put 2 Stroud Cap A's either side, delete the bracer and drop those caps down into place. Now we want a 500T helium-free tank, followed by a Hopetech radiator and a Nova cowling, both sides. Now we need to attach a bracer above the radiators and a Deimos wing on the side. Move the bracer out of the way and the wing will drop down. We can just repeat the same for the other side. Okay, now we're going to construct the little side wings, so we need 2 Stroud Cap A's on the bottom, an SA4330 engine in the middle and a cowling in the front. Then we can just sandwich it together with another set of Stroud Cap A's. Now I like to add this Nova radiator to the side here. Then we can just highlight the whole thing and move it over to the ship. Now we can do the exact same for the other side. And I like to add this Deimos 100 DP slim docker to the top, along with the Vanguard Bulwark shield generator. Now you can pick this generator up through the Vanguard missions, and I highly recommend you do. You get a max shield strength of 1450 when you unlock the shield skills, and it will save your ass. As I said earlier, I like to run 4 PB175 helium beams, as they have a high damage and damage both shield and hull. This means you don't really need to run a second or third weapon system, and you can save power, meaning you're not moving power pips around during an epic fight. With the 39 pips of power our reactor gives us, we've got some extra room for 2 missile launchers, just to give it that extra kick. But this really is all you need for a mid-game fighter. Now we can also add a scan jammer if you added the shielded cargo earlier, just to boost your chances of smuggling successfully. As a bonus, if you want to board ships like C-class giants, just so you can add them to your hangar, we can add the Firebolt 4000 suppressor. Now that concludes the B-class build, but I highly suggest you stick around for the C-class, because we still have some tips and tricks that you may find useful. Now here's a quick parts list, adapted to the C-class upgrade. Pause now and take a photo if you need this. Now to fully max out this ship, we need the SAL 6830 engines from Stroud Eklund. To unlock these engines, you need to complete the mission, All That Money Can Buy, diplomatically. I won't spoil it for you, but this means no guns. Now we're going to head to Stroud Eklund first in the Narion system and attach 6 of these engines. Now we've done that, we can head over to Deimos in Seoul and add 4 320 CB landing gear to these gaps next to the wings. Then we can head back to our outpost and assemble it as follows. Now to upgrade this ship to a C-class, we're going to start off with this Deimos landing bay. We just need to move that forward 1 space, and then we can put these 2 Deimos 320 CB landing gears behind it. Then on top of that, we've got this Deimos living quarters, a companionway in front and a Deimos belly on the rear. Above that, everything else is exactly the same. Now we can replace these engines with the SAL 6830s, one either side. Then we have two Galleon S204 cargo holds on both sides. Then in front of that we have this J52 Gamma Grav drive. On the other side everything's exactly the same, we're just using the SF40 sheared flow reactor. Now if you do want a few more habs, then you can arrange the Galleon cargo holds like this, put the hab on the bottom. Then once we add all these parts back to the side of the ship, we can delete these two braces here and add another hab in there. We can also do the same for the other side if we need to. That way we can have a workshop, science lab, passenger slots, everything you need. We have a Deimos Skeg A, a Deimos landing gear, two braces and a cowling, Hopetech end pipes on the top, and then we can add our two engines to the back here. So all we're doing really is taking away the radiator, putting in a bracer and adding end pipes to the top. Then we're going to put our 500T helium-free tanks in the slots where our old engines were. Now having a C-class reactor and these massive SAL engines means you can increase the cargo and habs, but we are inevitably going to be a lot slower. This isn't a problem for this tank though, as we have a huge amount of hull, and swapping out the bulwark shield for the SG 1800 increases our max shield strength to 1600, and we have the reactor pips and the weapons to blow through anything. Now really you can't go wrong with this setup. We have two Devastator 1500 missile launchers, 4 PB-175s and 6 Vanguard obliterators. Now all three of these weapons damage both hull and shield, so again you don't need to worry about swapping through specialist weapons during battle. Now as I said in the beginning, we're doing a giveaway to the person with the best ship build. To enter, I need you to email the following information and clip to this email. In the subject, put your YouTube channel name and the name of your ship, a small paragraph about why you built it the way you did. We need one main image of your ship in action, one image of your ship with only space in the background, so no asteroids, no planets, and then just various footage. This can include photo mode cinematic clips, or clips of you flying around or in combat. Also clips of inside the ship builder, showcasing cargo, speed and everything else like that. I will go over all the entries over the next few weeks and make a video where I will judge your builds and announce the winners. I'll be judging each ship as its own build to keep it fair, so if you're building a faster ship and that's your goal, great. But I won't be deducting points for a cargo ship with far less speed because it is a cargo ship. Now there are bonus points for looks, so make them look pretty, and you also must be subscribed to the channel. I'll be cross-referencing, so make sure you do. And you can enter as many ships as you want, just make sure you enter a different name in the subject for each entry, so I can easily identify them in the emails. And if you want to see some other original builds, check out some of my other videos and keep an eye out for the next one.